Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Capricorn, we're going to look at your energy. We're going to look at an energy that is for your highest good, that does benefit you, and an energy that is not for your highest good. It does not benefit you. Before we get into that together with the cards, I have pre-shuffle energy for you from the Lace of Destiny Oracle deck. The card that came out was the Lighthouse card. Now, the underline, as soon as something came out, I stopped shuffling. And what was at the bottom? It was the book and the garden. Now, this underline is so specific. I feel like, I don't know, unless you can think of something else to describe. Oh, that's interesting. There could be, all right then, we'll do that. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I was about to say that there's only two things that really come to mind here with this, because the book can be about information and about knowledge, but it's funny because the garden is really about like public spaces where we celebrate one another, places where we gather as a group, and I'm thinking a book and like a public space. I want to say this honestly either feels like a public library or a school or something like that, right? But then as I was about to say, like, there's only really two things here that I feel like this could be. You know what the Brian Froud fairy deck, the garden. What would you find in the garden but fairies? And a book. What is a book that I have about fairies? The Brian Frouds. So then I was guided, look, this was all going through my head while I sat there for a second on camera with you. Like, wait a second, I'm getting something else. What is card number 26 and card number 20? You know what? It'd be easier to look in the book because I'm just gonna, yeah. It's at least, right? It's still, oh, where the hell's the book? There it is, there it is. That's interesting. This is underlined, so this is something from the past. Okay, card number 26 is, oh, that gnome. Trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. Oh, that's the kind of energy where something happens and it's like, oh shit, I don't need that right now, or that's the last. Okay, interesting. It's okay, so it can be when the forces of chaos are at work. All right, so number 20, what is that? Number 20, the Dark Lady. Isn't that fascinating? The Dark Lady, unconscious power and wisdom, rituals, mysteries, and secrets. Wow, this has a whole other meaning, doesn't it? Well, how many does this go up to? It would be fascinating to utilize this book like that sometimes. This deck, right? Is it 65? It goes up to, there's 65 cards. I don't even remember how many are in this deck. But anyways, okay, because chaos, right? This is attached to when chaos is happening. And there could, okay, the Dark Lady, this is the energy that can help us through grief and surrender, through ecstasy, profound ritual. It kind of has this feeling of when you're in a place of chaos, finding yourself in profound ritual, in grief, in like really swimming in darkness, maybe even dark night of the soul, mother of God. This is how the lighthouse comes into this. I'm like, how is this the lighthouse? So it's like I'm at the library and then I find all this darkness and I'm so confused. Oh, there's the light, right? Like, oh, do you see how spirit worked in this? That was pretty cool. Like, go to the fairy deck, Cindy. What book? I know sometimes you'll ask, like, how do you read? Well, this is just a really good example. This is like one way of a bazillion that can come into my head at any time. But write the book and what's in the garden. I see fairies in the garden. There's our answer to this energy. It was a hidden mystery here. Is that something that is going on with you in your underline? A hidden mystery. Follow the light is the lighthouse. Follow the light. Go towards the light. Coming out of a darkness, coming out of, because wait. I believe the lighthouse talks about, oh yeah, I don't know, maybe you know someone named Mark too. It looked like Mark with a backwards R there. Follow the bright light of the lighthouse. Walk towards the light. Believe in assistance. Don't isolate yourself. Seek help and pray to higher powers. See, with the Dark Lady too, like you could be going through a period of mourning or sadness. Walk towards the light, my friends. You've been in chaos. That book is closed as well. Like this is in the past. You're in chaos in the past. You might have been in dark shadow in the past. You might have been grieving. You were transforming. You're alchemizing. And now it's walking towards the light. You found the lighthouse. Have you found the lighthouse? You have found the lighthouse. Taking you out of the storm. I don't know. I'm just sitting there and thinking, it just feels like Pluto. It's just like a period of Pluto. You come into the light. Come into the light. Come into the light. All right, so Brian Froud, even when I'm not using his deck, he still bogarts the reading. All right, it's okay. He can do that. I would love to meet him one day. I hope one day, even though I could bump into him and I wouldn't even know it, because I don't even think his picture's in this book already. I wouldn't even know it. I could be talking to him right now. Brian, are you out there? Anyways, okay. Your energy. And then what is the energy for your highest good? And what is the energy not for your highest good? We're going to look at that with the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck and the Energy Oracle deck, and then the Teeny Tiny Tarot. Okay. Bring it down, Cindy. My Mercury's getting a little bit excited here. I think it was Mercury that helped me find that little mystery for you. Okay. Your energy is honest. I'll tell you fucking anything right now. Okay. Here you go. Capricorn just drank the truth serum. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Because Capricorn drank the truth serum. Honesty is your energy. Well, that's nice. Well, Energy Oracle deck still has to come out with it. Could get like the old tied up card or something like that. And you're like, I'm not saying nothing. Oh, the energy that benefits you is choices. Having some choices. It's good to have choices, right? It's good to know what is not a good choice and what is a good choice. What is the energy that does not benefit you? It's not for your highest good at this time. Vision. Moon vision. Fascinating. Moon vision. Moon visions. Fears. Dreams. Individuality deceit. Well, if you're going to lie to yourself, do it right, you know, like, okay. Individuality deceit. Maybe lying to yourself, or there's something here in the past, lying to yourself about who you are. It's funny too with that, oh, that gnome and the Dark Lady energy connected with, oh, that gnome with the book and the Dark Lady in the garden. A place where you would maybe find individual deceit. Okay, I gotta see how this energy oracle. I might go into the book and look at the vision card. Okay, your energy is honesty. Wow, honest about being indecisive. Oh, that's interesting. It's number 8. And the moon is number 8 here. The vision card is number 8. Oh. Are there visions that you've had here, if you're honest with yourself, that have caused you to be indecisive? And these visions have not been for your highest good. That's pretty fascinating. They've caused you to be indecisive. You know, I think that's such an interesting question, right? Because I feel like, okay, like let's say we're just dipping into the dream state here. We're just dipping into the dream state with this example. I feel like the dream state, I think there's at least 4 things that go on there. Maybe all of them at once, and sometimes one or the other. And it can be tricky, at times to maybe know exactly which one is going on. So sometimes I think, I think all the time, well, maybe not all the time, because sometimes you can wake up and not feel rested. When you sleep and you go into dreams, well, that's sleep. It's not dreaming necessarily. So let's take that out. So 3. Okay, it's not always healing, but I think there's defragging that goes on. If we look at our minds like a computer, and they are an incredibly complex computer, and there are times where, you know, things that we've been going through throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, that our brain is trying to file away or categorize it or make it something that we can survive through. Like, I can understand this, or I'm going to put it there. Or that goes with fears. We're going to put that over there. We got to work through this and understand. Okay, the thing that really touched us in that experience, that was fear. Okay, we're going to take that, we're going to put it, right? Like, you can have just fucking weird dreams. You know, I feel like that's defragging. And then you can have, I feel like, astral projection and out-of-body experiences, and depending on, I want to say, your consciousness at the time, you may, I feel like you could, even if you're highly aware of when you're doing out-of-body experiences, there could be times where you do it and you actually just think it's a dream by the way the energy returned to you. So there's that. And then there's insight. And then I think there's like download, the angels are connecting with you because your consciousness is like put to the side here. It's your barriers are down. Okay, so I like this energy, not for your highest good. Okay, if you're honest with yourself, or maybe you're being honest with others, that you've been indecisive because of a vision. And I'm saying it because it's number 8. And number 8 isn't good. That's not benefited you. So choices. Are you making a choice? You've been indecisive, and this indecisiveness has been perhaps battling with your intuition. Oh, this reading is on par for just the way like it's flowing. We found answers in a completely different deck. We're seeing how these two are connecting with each other. Okay, what is the energy that benefits you for your highest good as choices? Knowing what is a good choice and what is a bad choice. And even as I say that, right, like this card is sandwiched between this is not good for you and this is what caused indecision. And right, we want to say white, clarity, dark shadow. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I just had a thought there about, I always hate that we like black and white. I mean, whose idea was it that black was associated with darkness or bad things, or, you know, well, I don't know. I don't know. I look at that so often and I think about, like, can't we use something else between white and black besides white and black? Let's use green and brown. Oh, maybe I still won't. I don't know. I'm just going to stop talking. Okay, choices. Oh, caring connection. The energy that benefits you is making a choice here. Like really making a choice and not going. The moon too can be fears. So that could be another thing. If we just pull right out of the dream state, it could be about fear. Being afraid here, because the moon does talk about our fears, right? For your highest good, making a choice. This could also too be like a bird in the hand is worth more than the one bird. What is that? One bird in the hand is worth more than 2 in the woods or 2 in the bush. It could even be like something that you have right now in your life. Something that you have right now in your life. But the vision, a vision of something else, or the vision of, I don't know, someone who comes into your dream, you're like, ooh, look at that. So the vision is not for your highest good. Door to spirit. That's curious. Who else had this card in the same spot this week? I can't remember. But it was playfulness that came out with door to spirit. Like, right, like don't play around with your intuition. Take it seriously. It is vision. Let's, door to healing. Okay, the world, expanding your vision, positive new beginnings. Really? Okay. We're going to go back into the Brian Froud again for card number 29 and 34, but we're not going to do that just yet. Geez, Brian really wants attention today, doesn't he? Where's the book? Here it is. Visions, number 8. Sir, visions of sugar plums. It's in your head. When you choose a symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. One day, in my house of night, there will be a young, beautiful vampire who will lose her mark but gain great vision into the future. Even if a loss feels devastating at the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose another card. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you the temporary power to see the future as a vast place, full of possibility and potential. Your next card will provide insight into the conditions ahead of you. To know the future is to be prepared. You do not know the future, which is curious though, because whatever came to you for a reason, like whatever this vision is about. It came to you through spirit, and maybe it came to you to initiate an awakening. Because that's definitely what that vibe is with the underlying energy from the Lace of Destiny, with connecting it to the fairy deck. Yeah. Okay. So the vision that you had, the dream, whatever this is, it feels like it's part of being indecisive. If you're honest with yourself, are you indecisive? Hope your highest good. I feel like I'm in I don't know, it feels like a kind of a polarized reading, or not polarized. It's not what I'm looking for. I can't. Anyways, it come to me when I'm thinking about it. Okay. So you have 29 and 34 as that underline, and I am being shown to go back over here. Okay. We are going to understand. Oh, I don't know. We're going to try. 29. Okay, that's interesting. That's Taum the poet. Clear sight, poetry, erotic energy, laughter, not getting into serious mischief. When Taum turns up in a reading, his presence suggests that youthful spirits and energy abound. This is time to do exciting things and to tackle projects you've been wanting to do, but for which you perhaps felt you didn't have the time or energy. It may even be the time to write about them, but you probably need to do them first. To do them first and then write about them. It's almost like writing about something or incorporating poetry or a muse or some type of experience and writing about it. This is expanding your vision, writing about an expansion of your vision. 34. Sylvanus. Truth cutting through deception and clarity. I don't know, this feels really cool, like doing readings like this, doesn't it? Okay. At this time you are discovering new truths about yourself, and it feels like it comes through here. Through this expression. They are essential for you to know in order to create relationships based on mutual respect, affection, and trust. These things can only work if we see ourselves and others as we are. Currently, both fairy and this world are functioning as a giant mirror in which we see ourselves in many surprising ways. People tend to dread this because we assume that we are worse than we think we are, but this is far from necessarily true. Now is a time for finding out false and misleading beliefs you have accepted and discovering that you are a better person than you thought and have the potential to accomplish more than you believed you could. I'm feeling like, okay, I'm also doing your reading in a very different way than I've ever done anyone's reading. Like, I'm just like going with it, and I feel like it's happening for a reason. Like, I feel like there's something here. this vision, the difference between a vision and the difference between like connecting with God and seeing the truth or expressing your truth. It really, I don't know, it comes across like the moon card to me in your reading, like fears, avoiding fears, the fear of opening the door. That doesn't, it's the fear of opening the door. The fear of opening your door to your visions has, if you're honest here, is this where why you have felt indecisive? Or if you find yourself being indecisive. You could be indecisive. No, right? Definitely tarot time. There we go. Okay. Honesty. What is all this honesty about? Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Almost, well, it kind of feels like to me trying to juggle what it is that you desire. What do you desire? Indecision. You're indecisive about what it is that you truly desire. You're juggling the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Well, I don't know. Right now, that doesn't even feel like it's connected to the vision card. But so I'm going to say what this indecision feels like. It feels like being indecisive because there's some type of a boundary here that doesn't feel safe to cross. There's a boundary here that feels like, you know, it's almost like a wall. Well, no. Actually, if I think the Five of Swords with this, it's kind of like, well, if I go this way, that means I'm not taking that path. And I know that there's something down there that I want. If I go this way, that means I'm not taking that path. And I know that there's something down there that I want. So I'm standing here, and I don't know what to do. That's what that feels like to me. All right, so you're... Weird though too, right? If I look at that, this feels like a vision that Spirit has shown you is not in your highest interest. It's not in your best interest. Gosh, that's odd. Okay, I can hardly wait to get over there. I want to say at least right now, right? Like I do these every week. Because any energy could at one point, that's in your highest interest right now. That really supports you, that supports your growth, that supports your choices. And then there's other times where, well, depending on how context has changed too, or circumstances, ooh, that energy is not supportive. So that is just how that's coming out right now. But, so for your highest good, choices, having choices are for your highest good here, or not. Justice and the High Priest, or the Hierophant. That's like a committed connection. Caring connections. The Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles. Choices. God, this feels big. What the hell? I feel like both these cards, the Choices card and the Caring Connections, represent two different things. This is the crossroads. It's weird. It's giving me a bit of the Libra reading vibe. Especially in this little area, and then understanding this indecision. It's totally giving me the Libra vibe. Because this is feeling like Okay, like this is one choice. And this, to me, honestly, this feels like a legal committed relationship or something that you are committed to legally here. You're legally bound to that. And then the Caring Connections card, you have the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles. That feels like an opportunity presented to you by Spirit. Now, let's say, right? It's funny, right now, that is not in your highest good. So I don't know what choice is being offered to you that feels like it's kind of being divinely, it's divine. If there's something that you're committed to, based on how these cards are unfolding, the commitment looks like that's in your highest good right now. So what is this vision? The Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the World. Your vision is like the end of a conflict. The end of a conflict. So maybe there is a conflict here that has not ended. Your vision. It's seeing the end of a conflict. The door to Spirit. The Ten of Pentacles and the Fool. What is this? This is almost like you're seeing something here that shows you, oh, the coast is clear. That's how I want to describe that. Like you're seeing something that's saying the coast is clear. How fascinating that I would say coast, right? And what is it that you're navigating here along the coast? It's a lighthouse. Follow the light. But should you? I want to clarify that now. You're at the cusp of a big decision. A vision. A vision? A dream? There's something about this card, like she looks like she's in a dream to me. Like it looks like someone who would approach us in a dream. Like there's just this whole kind of like dreamy state energy around it. And what are you seeing? You're seeing and learning. Maybe you think you understand something going on around you fully, but you do not. And it also indicates to me that this is not the time for, some kind of a big change. Stepping away from the Ten of Pentacles to the Fool. It feels like the risk outweighs the reward at this time for something. What's this? Okay. What's the light? The Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. So the light. The light is an opportunity missed. Interesting. The light it's an opportunity missed. So whatever this vision is, it's almost like it's an opportunity that's missed. So something has changed. Has something changed? And the lighthouse. What is it guiding you from or protecting you from? Showing you what to avoid. What is it showing you what to avoid? The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Well, it almost like there's two queens here. It's almost like a choice, right? Like two individuals. And you have the Two of Pentacles. There's something here too where it almost gives me this vibe here of being in a relationship. Like I said, this has got a bit of that Libra vibe. It's a little bit like being in a relationship. And this is a committed relationship with Justice and the Hierophant. But then there's another choice here. But this is a divine choice with the Lovers. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is an opportunity. This is a new opportunity. But because it's being shown like as a divine choice, it feels like it's connected to that vision and the door to spirit. Like, it's like, okay, maybe you're married and then you meet someone that is just like, I don't know, everything you could ever want. It's just kind of, or maybe this person, you had a vision of this person, so you're waiting for them. And you're not investing in the relationship you're in now, like that. Something's going on here. You're definitely right now at a point where I want to say you're trying to be honest with yourself about what it wants. With the Two of Pentacles, you're trying to weigh out your options here. But I don't know if the Knight of Wands is the best one to use to weigh out options. That feels impulsive and desire. Impulses and desires can not necessarily have long-term positive consequences. And right, but then your indecision is that it doesn't matter which road you pick, you're going to feel like there's something you're missing out on. Yeah, I want to, it's, you got that Alanis Morissette song, Isn't It Ironic? Because, okay, I don't know what the two queens, because, right, whatever this is, if this is two kings to you, whatever that would mean, it brings burdens. It brings a lot of burden here. And that's what it's trying, right? That's what it's trying to show you to avoid. Or maybe even, let's just say it's two queens. So even if you're a feminine yourself, you can't be you and another queen. Don't know. This is such an interesting reading. Okay, the book. Let's see, it could even be the end of a storyline here. The Chariot, and the Knight of Cups, and the Garden. Oh, that gnome, the Chaos, right? It could be the Chaos of love. And then the Strength card and the Three of Swords in the Garden. Holding back. Holding back? Heartbreak holds you back, or it's heartbreaking to hold back? Now I'm going over to the Deceit. Should we do it? We made it this far. Should we go and see what these numbers are in the private deck? There's Individuality, and then there's Deceit. It could be some kind of a lie that only you were like buying into or something. I don't know. 47. What was the Oakman? How fascinating. The Oakman for individuality, strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. Strength and wisdom of age. Oh, but deceit. You don't know enough. I want to say there's something about strength and wisdom with age. Needing to know more about something. Or you can be deceived. Or you were deceived because it's underlined. 38. Aha! Laced the Moon's Daughters. This is about light cast in shadows, spiritual guidance, illumination, and riddles. Oh yeah, there's the moon. There's the moon. Shadow and unknown. Oh, that's fascinating. I feel like y'all have been in some type of deep shadow work here. I feel like something was a catalyst for you. And I also feel like that you're trying to make a decision. Now, it is for your highest good to think about your choices in friendships and partners. I don't know, like, This reading doesn't feel like it's really giving you, I feel like it's just giving you perspective on yourself, is how I feel this is coming across. I don't feel like there's any answers to any of the problems that you have here. And tarot's not necessarily supposed to give you answers. I feel like it's giving you tools here to understand yourself and your story a little bit more clearly. The King of Pentacles is at the bottom. That's interesting. I mean, it's the Queen of Swords and Wands. The Queen of Swords and Wands are here, but they're not necessarily compatible with that energy. And I mean, maybe that is something too. I'm going to go to your extended Capricorn. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what energy within you is depleted? And what energy isn't after Pluto, right? What energy within you is depleted? How can you replenish this depleted energy? And what is your greatest achievement yet to come? Thank you so much, Capricorn. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.